My body don't know how.
Hey, let's keep it real. We only know this song because of Terry.
Tanisha Brathwaite. Tanisha Brathwaite. Justice. Justice.
How long is it going to be under investigation if you got all these cameras here? What is it going to take? What is it going to take? After my sister's death, it been 5 other hits and runs, or maybe more.
The tragic day forever imprinted in their memories.
I'm the one who cleans up her blood from here.
Brooklyn native, 31-year-old Tanisha Brathwaite was an intelligent, ambitious, independent, and courageous woman who was loved dearly by many, especially her family. One of 5 siblings, she settled in Albany after relocating with her father from Brooklyn's Bed-Stuy neighborhood about 10 years ago. Although small in stature, Tanisha had a huge personality and smile that lit up any room she walked into. She was an artist who had a passion for knitting blankets, dolls, and bears. Her entire aura and spirit was unforgettable. She had just graduated from the University at Albany with aspirations of becoming a guidance counselor and plans of furthering her education. Tanisha was feeling amazing and accomplished after the publication of her novel, Caught in the Storm, where she wrote under the pen name Tanny B and was working on a follow-up, a collection of short stories. The novel was published in 2018 and tackled the issue of domestic abuse. As a child, she would always haul around a backpack full of pens and pencils, writing down all of her thoughts and ideas that came to mind. As an adult, she drew inspiration while on the Albany Skyway. Her ambition was limitless, and she always had a laser-focused approach to achieving all of her goals. Never could anyone have imagined that she would never get the chance to see her dreams unfold. Around 7:15 p.m. on September 14th, Albany police responded to Clinton Avenue and North Swan Street in Albany for reports of a pedestrian being struck by a vehicle. A closer look at the scene revealed the body of an unresponsive woman.
Police tell us the victim was a 31-year-old woman. They tell us she died here immediately. They're not releasing her name until her family is notified. Police tell us the woman was walking on Clinton Avenue near North Swan Street. As she was walking, a vehicle hit the woman and just kept driving. The body laid on the ground until help arrived.
The victim was identified as 31-year-old Tanisha Brathwaite, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene. An investigation into her death revealed that Tanisha was walking home from one of her 2 jobs just after 6:30 p.m. There were several eyewitnesses who confirmed road conditions and visibility were clear, but police say as Tanisha was crossing Clinton Avenue, a vehicle slammed into her in the middle of the road near North Swan Street and fled the scene. The individual didn't stop, never turned around, they just left. Now, 2 months later, they remain confused and frustrated by the lack of communication from the Albany Police Department. The Albany Police has not reached out with any updates after informing her family that they had to release the driver because he was intoxicated and could not be questioned while under the influence. They say they feel that because they are Black Brooklyn natives, the case is being handled without any real concern of justice. They just want answers. They say while he is able to wake up and live his life, Tanisha isn't able to finish her second book, finish the dolls she was donating to a local children's hospital, or go back to school to complete her second degree. Since her death, her family has been traveling back and forth to Brooklyn. Just recently, more than 50 of her family members rode a bus from Brooklyn to make a bold statement. In unison, they called out Albany police for not making an arrest. Despite multiple eyewitnesses and security cameras, the family still does not know who is responsible. Justice for Ishi is what her family shouted as cars drove by the intersection where she was found deceased.
I cried myself to sleep when I heard it, and it really broke me because I loved her way too much.
Nieces, aunts, uncles, and cousins all made the 3-hour bus ride from Brooklyn to demand justice and talk about the love they have for Tanisha.
He always cared about her, and she was my favorite cousin in the whole wide world.
Standing at just 4'11", Tanisha's family says to an outsider she could pass for a child.
She's small, she's 31. The people out here thought my sister was 9 years old, 10 years old. They thought she had a fake ID.
Police say on September 14th, Tanisha was crossing Clinton Avenue when a vehicle slammed into her body in the middle of the road near North Swan Street. The driver kept going, and at this time, we know very little about the suspect, but the family says police told them the driver was male and drunk, but no arrest has been made. With Tanisha's mom at the center of the crowd, the family says they won't have any type of closure until the driver is held accountable.
Coming up here is like a hole in my heart. Like a knife is there. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. When I say justice, and I don't want nobody to ever get it confused, because it would never bring my sister back. When that person get caught, they could sit in a jail.
At just 31, Tanisha was already a published author. The family says she loved to read and write and could always be seen with a notebook full of ideas.
She inspired me, and I wanted to be just like her when I grow up.
While the family is still piecing together her final moments, staff at One Star Market, the bodega across from where she was killed, told her family she was a daily fixture on her way home from work. Her family believes Tanisha was crossing the street to grab a snack when she was struck, perhaps going between two cars, like many other pedestrians her father observed in the days following her death. Her death renewed calls from pedestrian advocates for safer streets. The intersection lacked safety features, including crossing lights, which her family lamented. They say perhaps their presence would have saved Tanisha's life. Safety improvements are underway on Clinton Avenue and part of a $1.5 million federally funded project. Tanisha's father, whom she had an extremely close relationship with, recently purchased a small lot next to his 2nd Street home. While he initially had other plans, he's now thinking of constructing a tiny house as a memorial to his daughter, the self-described Gab Queen. The case remains ongoing.